Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. And so I'm having dinner with my wife or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait because people are excited for this video. They want this live react. This is what they wanted. Can't wait to get it live, right? So I get notifications via email whenever anything gets content ID matched, whenever anything gets like copyright matched. Of course, I get 500 emails because every piece of this presentation has been matched and claimed on YouTube. So I'm making no money on the video on YouTube. All right, just want to make that clear. Nothing. Your views on YouTube for that event, the live react, I get nothing. Okay? But luckily, the stream was well supported. It was. You know, people came out. They did support the stream in various ways, and I appreciate those who did. Okay? So it's not like it was a dead stream or anything by any means. But then I get an email. Your video's blocked. Blocked. In like 80% of the regions that people view it. Only 20% of your viewer base can currently see your video. All right? Okay, why is it blocked? Let's take a look. Because during the presentation of Summer Game Fest, they showed off about 2 minutes of a new television show coming up. And that television show is based on the video game series Twisted Metal. For those who don't know what Twisted Metal is, I don't blame you. It's been defunct for over a decade. Back in the PS1, PS2 era, Twisted Metal was huge. It was a car combat game where you would pick various different vehicles that were outfitted for destruction. You know, cars that would have big guns and missiles and rams and giant swords and stuff attached to them. And essentially you would drive around in these different environments, maps that were created. It's basically post-apocalyptic. The world's kind of ended, but these are the people who are left. It's kind of like Mad Max. And you're driving around trying to kill each other in this vehicle combat. It actually was a really good franchise. I played at least 2 or 3 of them on PS1, and I always loved them. I thought they were very fun games to play. They even had a campaign mode where each character, you'd go through all these story missions, and then they have an ending and everything, which was kind of neat. So it's a great franchise, right? Now, Twisted Metal got remade about over a decade ago for PS3. It failed miserably, okay? It tanked. It didn't sell well. It was an online-only game. The game failed online. It crashed constantly. It had horrible connectivity issues. The game sucked. It sold poorly, and basically the franchise died. That was it. That was the end. No one cared about Twisted Metal ever again. So why over a decade later they've decided to make a TV series of Twisted Metal, I have no clue. But I think one of the questions everyone had was, how are they going to do a TV series of Twisted Metal when the entire game is inside of a car? Like, literally the entire game is you're driving around killing people in cars. So how does that translate to a TV show? Well, I guess the answer apparently is it doesn't. Because the 2 minutes they showed at Summer Game Fest have no cars whatsoever. It's the character Sweet Tooth, who's supposed to be the homicidal clown, and I guess the driver of one of the cars, who's played by Anthony Mackie, but I don't remember his name or whatever. So they're having a confrontation in a casino, okay? And basically they're fighting, and it's the worst choreographed fight scene I've ever seen. It's so fake. The punches look so fake. The sound effects are terrible. And basically they're going back and forth trying to hit each other. Sweet Tooth slaps him around, takes his head and pushes it against a casino slot machine, and starts singing the Thong song by Cisco. Let me tell you something. That was probably the last song I ever expected to hear in a 2023 video game adaptation of Twisted Metal. It probably was the most out of place thing I've ever heard in my life. And they were going for comedy because he starts singing it, and then all of a sudden Anthony Mackie starts singing it. And then the two of them have a bonding moment over Cisco from the 90s and 2000s. Let me tell you guys something. No one had bonding moments about Cisco when he was popular in the 90s and 2000s. He was a joke. Like, people didn't take him seriously. He was like the pop version of R&B at the time. So everyone thought he was a hilarious joke. No one liked the guy, but some people liked him because he was so pop music-y. And his songs were terrible, but people thought it was so cringy, they liked it. It became like summer anthems of bad songs, right? The fucking Thong song was among other, like, great. At the time when Cisco was popular, there was, like, you know, fucking Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg and Eminem were prominent. Fucking DMX. And then you had Cisco. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I mean, hell, even Usher was good at that time period. Usher was a serious R&B artist who I felt was actually very good and talented. Cisco was a guy who dyed his hair and danced around like an idiot, and people laughed at him. But he made lots of money. I guess sometimes you gotta ride whatever kind of popularity wave you can get, right? But anyway, the point I'm making here is, okay, it's stupid to see that they put this into the show. They think it's a funny joke. They actually put it in like a 2023 punchline. Who the fuck understands that punchline, right? No one. No one watching that. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this funny? Because it's not. It was actually, someone said, honestly, it was, the way they said it, they said, this is hilarious. It is so corny. And corny is probably the best line and description I could have for what we saw of the Twisted Metal show. It looks straight up 100% corny shit. It's not funny. It's not silly. It's corny. It's just, oh my God, like bad dad humor shit in a show that's supposed to be about guys trying to kill each other. What has happened to humor? I mean, really, what has happened? I don't know. I mean, I just watched the whole Peacemaker show, and there were definitely some funny moments, but the best part about that show was the plot of the alien invasion, not the humor. The humor barely hit for me. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm in a different era. I grew up in the 80s. Humor was very different then. And now I look at the things that are supposed to be funny today, and I'm like, how the fuck is any of this funny? I don't know. But anyway, the show looks absolutely, positively terrible. Like, literally terrible. The quality looks bad. The writing was bad. What's sad about it is Anthony Mackie is a good actor. We've seen him in many great projects before where he acted his chops off, and they're not allowing him to do that in the show because the show looks like shit. Okay? So, why am I bringing this up, this Twisted Metal? Because this is what got my video blocked in 80% of the regions that watch my content. This 2-minute clip of shit that I outright said, this is shit. This is not funny. This is not good. This is terrible. I wish it wasn't at Summer Game Fest. That's why my video gets blocked, okay? So, by the way, just to make this clear, anyone who was doing a live react to Summer Game Fest and tried to upload it would have had this happen. It didn't just happen to me. This is going to happen to anyone who is doing Summer Game Fest. So, there's really only one thing you can do to fix it. YouTube has an inline video editor. And that inline video editor allows you to remove copywritten content. So I told it to remove the 2-minute clip of Twisted Metal. Okay? That was around between 5 and 6 p.m. Pacific time. As of the time, I went to sleep last night. Right? Probably around 1 a.m. That editor was still running and didn't finish. I believe it finished around 6 a.m. this morning. Yes, it took over 12 hours for the video editor to remove 2 minutes out of this. And now the video is visible worldwide. So anyone who wants to watch my live react to Summer Game Fest, go for it. Sadly, you probably already fucking saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't going to sit around and wait a day for my react to show up. They want it right away. And I couldn't give it to you right away. Like, within the first 12 hours, the video didn't even get 200 views because no one could see it. All right? So now, I took a look this morning. I think the video had like 600 views. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. I did an entire stream. Right? An entire stream for this thing. And basically, now I'm going to get no views or attention on it because the thing was blocked for a day. Right? Because of this bullshit. And I'm pretty upset about it. Because, you know, I took time away. We're in the middle of a bunch of huge game releases. People want more Street Fighter 6. People are upset. I haven't played Zelda in a week. And people want more Diablo. And by the way, in a week and a half, we've got the release of Final Fantasy 16. All this is happening at once. It's one of the busiest gaming times ever in the last few years. And I'm taking time away to do a live react for this thing, and no one could see it. That really upset me. You know, I'm not going to lie. It's probably one of the more upsetting things that's happened to me in the last couple of months, because I put effort into it, because you guys want it, and no one can see it. It's not even a matter of making money on it. I don't even fucking care. The stream did good, but I'm upset that my work can't be watched because of bullshit reasons. It pisses me the fuck off. You know? And the thing is, I get the feeling this is just going to continue because this is the kind of stuff, sadly, is being integrated. Well, there's going to be another event this Sunday. What's to stop there from being a TV show or a movie or something shown on that, and now you're fucked. It gets claimed, now you can't, now your video's blocked. Now you gotta edit it out again. It's like, what is this shit? Right? It's honestly, it gets to the point where it's so frustrating that I don't want to do it anymore. Like, the way I see it is this. People want my opinions. Okay? They do. And I'm happy you want my opinions. But there's many ways I can give you my opinion on something. I don't have to watch the raw content live to give you my opinion. I can easily watch some of this stuff, whether it's, offline myself between streams or whatever, and talk about it on the Level 1 podcast, or I have a weekly react show called DSP versus the Internet. You guys can submit trailers and clips from these shows on there. I've already done that. If you looked in the last few weeks, people are submitting gameplay trailers and things, and I'm actually learning about stuff by watching it on DSP versus the Internet, right? And that's a good thing, because it exposes me to that kind of stuff, all right? So the way I see it, all right, especially now, considering the fact that I'm already in a situation where I'm trying to juggle so many new releases, everyone wants more of me playing games, all right? I don't see myself doing live react stuff in the near future. I just don't. I tried it last year. I'm now trying it now. It's not working out. It's becoming more of a frustration, and it's actually holding me up from doing more gameplay that you want, which is my bread and butter. That's why I'm here, to play new releases and enjoy them with you and have great times with you with new games. I don't think people care as much about me live reacting to stuff. You want my opinions, and that's fine. You'll get them. But I can easily give them here every day on the podcast. That's why I do a podcast every day. The next day, I could always just say, hey, so yesterday there was this digital event, and I watched some of the stuff, and here's what I think about this and this and this, right? I don't think I need to be watching this stuff live. I feel like it's kind of, number one, it's kind of a waste of time. Like, the show is 2 hours long. There was about 30 minutes of meaningful content in it and 90 minutes of wasted time, right? So why waste the 90 minutes? I need the 90 minutes to be doing other stuff, right? So I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to do this anymore. I'm tired of after putting in the effort to do it and stepping away from games to do it, and then to be told, oh, fuck you, block the video. It's like, no, how about this? Fuck you. I'm not going to waste time on it then, And by the way, I don't blame Jeff Keighley. I get it. He wants a variety show. He wants to be the premier place for all this stuff to be showcased. But he definitely should have thought about that the TV, these idiotic companies, it was NBC, by the way. Fucking NBC, for a 2-minute preview of a shitty show, blocks everyone's fucking videos on the internet. Fuck off. Like, what the hell is your problem? You're trying to promote your fucking show, but then you block everyone's video of it. It's imbecilic, right? And at this point, I've tried it a couple times. It doesn't seem like it's working out. It seems more of a waste of time than anything else. I'll be honest, I much rather would have liked to be sitting here playing games with you yesterday, and then this morning have watched some of the stuff from Summer Game Fest and was talking about it on the podcast with you today. I would have enjoyed that more than how I had to waste all that time yesterday doing the live event just for it to not be visible for almost 24 hours. And now, after the fact, the thing has no views, and it's like I never did it. Okay? So, yeah, I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset. Okay? And I want to say thanks to those people who understood. Like, someone actually did watch the video overnight. Yeah, can you believe it? Someone actually watched it and actually left a comment and said, oh, this is nice that you did the long form react. And, I'm glad you liked it. It's sad that it's just so frustrating to do it. And if this had happened at a time when there wasn't so many other game releases, maybe it wouldn't have been a big deal. Like, if this happened in the middle of summer or whatever and there's nothing going on, okay, big deal, it's one stream away. But I'm feeling it. Like, every stream I'm taking away from doing gameplay for you guys, it's just setting me back further.
Go. I got the drip, 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 go.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop.
So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.